Hello everybody, I was a little bit unlucky a couple months ago. Had some books come back from CGC. I took the books out and the first few I looked at, okay, they're fine. But the last three, not so much. Yeah, there was edge damage on 3 of the books on the back top. And yeah, it was unfortunate. I actually, one was going to be a PC book, possibly the other PC, but probably to sell, and the other one was definitely to sell. Not tiny books either, very nice keys. I had struggled, got the 9.8s, and then to have that happen, and it's not CGC's fault, it's FedEx's fault. And so I didn't know what to do. I had never had books damaged in transit from CGC like that before that I can remember. And so I reached out to them, and a nice gentleman on the phone answered it. And yeah, he was very nice on the phone, apologetic, even though it wasn't his fault. He told me what I could do is resubmit the books as a mechanical error, and they would press the books for me and regrade them, and hopefully they would get the same grade. I asked him, what if they don't get the 9.8? He says then they would help me file an insurance claim with FedEx at that point, and then we'd just go from there. And apparently they have a specific guy that handles that, and they would have just rerouted me to his department at that juncture. So the book sat in there a couple of weeks, maybe 3, and then it said CCS pressing, or whatever the pressing note is on there. And it sat there for a while, and then it went right to quality control, and I was like, okay, that doesn't, maybe it just didn't update in the system. I didn't say anything about grading. So I looked at the books online, and it actually, the books do not have a grade. There was no grade in the system on the screen. And the CGC number stayed the same. So I'm like, maybe that's a good sign. But anyways, I'm not sure. I haven't looked at the grades yet. Because once it said shipped, I was like, I better stop looking at it in case it was updated. Because I was going to go ahead and look. But now that it was already being shipped and be here in 2 days, I might as well just wait and unbox them here with you. So, here they are. 3 books. A little bit nervous. I had a good feeling though, because why wouldn't it ever say grading in there? And a grader had to have looked at it, right? Because you're going to press the books, you got to have them regraded. So I'm assuming a grader looked at them. I'm just not sure. And I will look at the damage, or where the damage was, and we'll look at it here together, and we'll see how CCS did. I got the books here. See, no particular order. All right. It's hard to do this without looking. Okay. Amazing Spider-Man 303 newsstand. Yeah, do this. I'm going to put my old man glasses on here. Looking pretty good. I'm going to try to look at the back without looking at the grade. Wow. That big bend that was on there is gone. Now there's a little waviness to the top and bottom, but that's fine. I get that sometimes as well. Sometimes just the way it sits inside the holder in the well of the inner well of this. Man, that book looks amazing. So, okay. We got to keep our 9.8 on that one. That's awesome. But this had, luckily, the white back there. And the next one is the same thing. That was a saving grace, and this is 2 of the books had the white. Now the big book has a black back cover in that spot, so I'm a little worried about that one. Okay, we got Savage She-Hulk number 1. Newsstand. Has quite a bit of value. And yeah, we had the 9.8 before. I was definitely going to sell this book. A couple ticks there that have kind of looked like maybe reversion. I mean, I had worked on this book before, and that was pretty perfect. So maybe, a couple ticks reverted. Not a big deal. You could still get 9.8 with a couple non-color breaking ticks. Yeah, that bend looks completely gone there as well. So yeah, I'm expecting, hopefully. Okay. Very nervous about the next one because it's the one that will make or break this one, because to get a 9.8 in this book is pretty special. And I can't see you anymore. I can't see my camera, but I can see the book, so I'm going to leave these glasses on. Newsstand copy of Amazing Spider-Man 252. Yeah. Do I need to say anything else to have this book newsstand in a 9.8? It was pretty amazing until I noticed the damage. That was pretty frustrating, as you can imagine. So let's take a look. Now, I can just see the hint of where that bend was, but I don't see color break. I was afraid there would be color break there. I couldn't hardly tell because the bend was so bad. There might be just the faintest hint of where I can see that. But this book was so immaculate beforehand, virtually flawless spine. Corners are amazing. I mean, you can see the weight. That it had really bad waviness when I got it in. That waviness actually looks better now than it did. So it got better. This book, I think, is notoriously like that. It might have been that way on the stand, and I guess the inner well makes it worse generally. But this book looks amazing. Yeah, one color break on the spine on this book that I can see. The corners are perfect. So basically, you got now the one color break here, which is basically a one defect book before that little tiny bend back there. And it's just like the hint of a bend. It's not really a bend. It's like you can just see where it was. It's not color break. There's no color break that I can see. But is that going to be it? Is that extra defect on there going to make it a 9.6 or worse? I'm really nervous about this one. So let's just do it. Okay. I can relax now. So yeah, very happy. I mean, obviously it's annoying that I had to go through that, but it could have been worse. You know, all of the books could have been damaged or something like that. Luckily, it was just these three. Okay, so once again, thank you, CGC and CCS, for doing such an amazing job and being so accommodating. I know people like to bash CGC, and I've been accused of that. Generally, I just say what happens to me, and sometimes, a lot of times, it's just some of the negative things that happen. But I think 99% of the time, 98%, they get it right. They're in the ballpark on the grades. The shipping's good. No damage. You know, even the Newton rings seem to be gone now. So overall, I don't get me wrong. I mean, you may see some negative videos from me, but for the most part, I'm happy with the CGC service, except for those few videos that you can find on my channel. Oh, and before I end this video, I just want to let everybody know kind of exciting news. I've started working on a couple of courses. One is how to press and clean comic books, and another one is my entire process for buying and selling comic books. And I've had a lot of success this year so far. I think I'm averaging something like $300 to $400 average profit per book that I work on. Finding books is actually the hardest part of doing this now. The cleaning and pressing part, I've got a pretty good grasp of, hopefully. But yeah, I'm just going to kind of give away everything. I'm going to talk about how I clean and press. You know, I'm going to talk about the entire business from beginning to end. How to find the books, where to sell the books, cleaning and pressing, whether you should clean and press yourself or outsource it, what are your options for that. Everything. The entire side on how you can turn this into a lucrative hobby for yourself. I mean, a lot of people would just get it for the cleaning and pressing part. It also applies to taking your own collection and improving it. It's just about the entire process of improving either your collections or books you buy to either sell them or keep them, and how to do it in the least invasive way possible and the safest way possible and having the best result possible from CGC. That's my goal. Now I'm in the beginning stages. I haven't even recorded a single lesson. I've just outlined what I'm going to do. I'm going to get started recording probably next week. It's probably going to take me a couple, 3 months to get it all put together. It's going to include a community forum for people to discuss, ask questions. Plan on doing some other things, maybe some live streams, questions and answers. Who knows? Who knows where it could go? So I'm probably going to do like a beta. I'll probably open it up to only a few people. I don't know pricing yet. I want to make it enough money so it's worth my time to do this. It's not easy. I've built courses before. It is, unless you've done it, you have no idea how massive of an undertaking it is. But I'm doing it for you, the comic book community, people that watch my channel that are interested in getting into the hobby or want to get better at what they already do. So let me know what you think about that in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Is this something you'd even care anything about? At worst, I do the courses and I learn how to do everything better, because they say the best way to learn is to try teaching somebody else. So I'm sure along the way of making these courses, I'm going to improve myself. And if nothing else comes of it and there's crickets, when I go live with this thing, whatever. So yeah. If you're not a member of my newsletter, join. Go to improvecollecting.com, and I am going to start sending. I don't think I've sent a newsletter yet, except to maybe announce winners of giveaways. But I got a few books that I talked about a while back that I'm still got to give away, that I said I was going to give away in my newsletter. I'm going to go ahead and start doing that, so pay attention. Those books will be given away soon. And I'm going to just kind of start talking about what I'm going to be doing going forward, with the direction of this channel, the direction of everything. And it's exciting. I can't wait to get started on this stuff, because every day I wake up and I am just as much in love with comic books and this hobby as I was the day before, if not more so. I can't, you guys know, obviously, how amazing this hobby is. And yeah, let's just keep rocking and rolling with it. So thanks for watching. Stay nerdy. I'll see you in the next video.